Now that you have that that event, that, what did you say, 1 minute?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that 1 minute segment identified. Can you tell me from 0 to 10 how intense are you?
I would say about 5.
A 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and do you feel that in your body somewhere?
I feel like a pain in my shoulder.
Okay. So would that be like muscle tension, or does it feel like...
I feel like it's a
Okay.
knot.
Like a knot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How big is it?
I would say about 3 or 4 inches.
3 or 4 inches wide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is it kind of like a long knot, or is it...
Yeah.
It's sort of long
like,
and narrow?
Yeah, more like a rectangle, kind of.
It's a rectangle knot?
Like,
okay. Yeah. And so I'm just trying to think of a way to describe the sensation. Is that just tension, or does it feel like stabbing or pulling, or...
Like a pulling.
Like a pulling. Okay. And how intense is that? You said the event was a 5, but we're going to leave the event alone for right now. How intense is the tension between 0 to 10?
About a 6.
It's about a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any other sensations in your body?
No, I just feel the pain.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. So even though I have this tension in my shoulder...
Even though I have this tension in my shoulder.
It's just the right shoulder, right?
Just the right shoulder.
Yeah, okay. I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
This tension in my right shoulder.
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 Okay. So go back to the tension in your shoulder and
still feel a little bit of it, but I feel like a heat on my neck.
okay. So there's still a little tension. Is the heat in your neck connected to the tension in your shoulder?
Yeah, I felt like while we were tapping,
Okay.
I felt the heat rising, like from my shoulder up my neck.
Okay. I want to make one correction here. Collarbone point is right about there. It's it's closer to your necklace than where you've been tapping. Okay. So I just want to make that little correction. Okay, so if we do a round, I think I'd like to do a round concentrating on the heat in your neck. But how intense is that from 0 to 10?
It's pretty intense. I would say a 7.
It's a 7. Okay, how much, like, is it flat? Is it deep?
It's flat, but I feel it moving, like...
It's moving?
Like...
Moving heat
like
up your neck?
Yeah, like a pulsing.
Oh, it's pulsing? Okay. Okay, and you said 7? All right. Even though I have a pulsing heat in my neck.
Even though I have a pulsing heat in my neck.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
This pulsing heat in my neck.
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 Pulsing heat in my neck.
This 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 pulsing heat in my neck.
Okay, so let's look also at the tension in the shoulder as well as the heat in the neck.
It's like a 3.
Okay.
This went down. I wouldn't say it's a 7, but maybe a 3 as well.
Is it a 3 because it's smaller or less hot?
It's less hot.
It's less hot, so it's the same size?
I think it's the same size. I kind of feel it.
Okay. And so this is a 3. And did you say this was a 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're both a 3 and less hot. Do they feel connected?
I feel like they are connected.
Yeah. Okay, because this was a tightness, and now this is a, well, it was a heat, but now it's less hot. Is this a tension now?
It's still a heat, but it's not as hot.
All right, let's still focus on that and see what happens. Even though I still have some heat in my neck.
Even though I still have some heat in my neck.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
This heat in my neck.
This heat in my neck.
Top of your head, please. Oh. This heat in my neck.
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 Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
I feel good.
Okay, so that's gone. Now what about the tension, the knot?
I don't feel it.
Okay, so are you saying 0 on both?
0.
And is there anything else showing up? Anywhere in your body?
I don't feel anything right now.
Okay, so why don't you go back to that 1 minute segment of that event? I think you were a 5 before we started.
Mm-hmm.
How intense would you say you are now?
It doesn't seem to bother me.
It doesn't bother you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a 0?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could you imagine it vividly? We've done that before, but I'll just tell you the instructions again. I want you to exaggerate the sights and the sounds and the colors and the sizes. Really try to get yourself upset.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. And do you feel like telling the story is something that would be a better test?
I think it.
Yep. Okay, yeah. All right. So why don't you start from the beginning and tell me the story of the little 1 minute segment. But if you get any intensity while you're telling it, let me know and we'll tap. Okay.
Right. It was family dinner time. And my family, we were all walking towards the table, the dining room table, and we had assigned seats and we all sat where we were supposed to sit. But my sister, this is where I felt the crescendo, was again teasing me, calling me lots of names. And
she used that one?
She used that one name that really was bothering me.
And is that intense for you now?
No.
Can you hear her saying that word to you?
Yes.
Okay. And you're okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
And I remember feeling afraid to move at the table because I would hear whatever I did, she would make a comment about, that it was the wrong thing to do. So I would always watch her and make sure that what she was doing was something that I should copy, because then she wouldn't pick on me.
Oh.
So.
Okay. So you seem pretty matter of fact about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay.
All right.
I'm mellow about it.
Okay, so you're comfortable. We've released the intensity from that.
I don't feel
great.
the pain.
Okay, thanks.